Hey, 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 what's up, my chicos?
Hello.
How are my girls?
Good. I feel like I've been gone for I know, what is this? The Titanic. It's been 96 years or 77 years and so many
It's
days.
right. There's always Candy. And then we took a little 2 weeks sojourn. So, Candy, how was your vacay?
My vacation was okay. It was good. It was different because, as some of you may know, my parents, my dad died a year and a half ago, but about now, and we are still cleaning out a house. So my vacation was going up to Wisconsin to work on. We have the upstairs done. Now we're working on the basement, and the basement is as big as the upstairs level. But the problem with basements and up there is that they packed it, and they were pack rats, and they came from a generation where you save things because you might need them at some point, and they weren't very organized. Let's put it to you that way. So we can find a box that has Christmas cards from 1982, and then it might have I don't know, high school graduation invitation, or I mean, we found everything and we found some magazines that they subscribed to and stuff like that. But we found the envelope that has the hair from my sister's first haircut.
Did you
And
give
she's
it back to your
40 plus
sister?
years old now. So, I mean, but anyways. But yeah, so I spent a lot of it, in the house that I grew up with, cleaning out with memories and all of that going on. So
Well, we had that similar experience, only it was just a day. And um, let's put it this way, things that my parents never unpacked when they moved to this house 40-ish years ago, 40 plus years ago, are now gone. Because dry rot, and I mean, they were in the basement. You know this. And my mom grew up with dirt floors in her house, and no running water. So
she wanted to keep things.
she kept them.
yeah, that's what they did.
Hi, Orlando. Thanks. We
And
love you
that's
too.
okay, it's interesting. We've been able to see some things. We've got so much more to go through. Fortunately, that's just 2 stories, the basement and the main level. But
yeah, it's going to take some time. And,
Yeah.
it's okay, because you never know what you might find, that hidden treasure, or what
there's
something's
also there's some therapy in that too.
looking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm still looking. I'm not going to lie, ladies. I'm hoping it's in some of this really funky jewelry I keep finding. I swear. Y'all can attest to this. Have you been able to swear that you have cleaned out like a set of drawers? And then you go back and you open it and there's more crap there. And you've cleaned it out. I tell Nani all the time, I'm like, Nani, if you want to help me pick up this place, please. Don't give me more crap.
It's given me an appreciation that I'm like, I don't need to be keeping on to as much stuff, because and I think about it, if something happens to me and Scott, who's gonna do what we're doing now for my parents? I don't have kids, so
Right.
Who does that? And it's just made me really think about things. And we are in a day and age where everything is emailed to us now, and we're doing less and less paper. And I'm like, how are people going to know what people have unless they have access to? Because you can go through a house now and you can say, oh, here's a bank statement from XYZ credit union or B bank, and oh, let's go see there. But if everything is emailed, you don't necessarily know unless someone's listed.
About the different accounts. Can you hear me?
No, all of a sudden, nope.
Okay, so we're learning different accounts. So because we're going through all this paperwork, but yeah, you're right. If you don't have that, that's why I'm working on a list of stuff that I have and putting up for my son, at least letting him know, well, these are the things I pay out of this account and blah, 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 blah,
Mhm.
because what a puzzle that you
Yes.
don't know what it looks, you don't know what the finished product's supposed to look like. You just get these puzzle pieces, you're like, wow. All right then.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Exactly.
Sorry,
So-
Miss Jen.
Oh, I don't care. I was just sharing, tagging people,
Right.
Yeah, it's just, it's hard. And I'm ready for stuff to be out of here so that I can get my stuff in. But good news is on our little vacay, because as you guys know, we were gone for about 2 weeks. So we're happy to be back. Woohoo! During that time, I was covering the ACC kickoff, which I'll go over a little bit, but check out our YouTube page. I'll be like uploading a lot of links. I had some great interviews and conversations with Coach Mac Brown, with Coach Fran Brown, the new head coach of Syracuse. Like, I don't know what Syracuse does. Like, you guys know I'm a Heels fan. But Syracuse, when I met Coach Littlejohn, she's a women's basketball coach. Like, I felt godliness. Like, it was almost tangible. And the positivity that seeps from that woman is insatiable. It's just such a good, genuine woman. When I was talking with Coach Fran Brown and I'm trying to hook him up with our friend Charlie, I actually sent Charlie the interviews and I'm like, I want you to reach out. And he was like, why? I was like, oh, no, Orlando. Hold on. Coach.
Yeah.
No, okay. There. Oh, I posted under Megan's name and I don't know why. Sorry, Megan. But Coach Francis Brown, he was the DT, the defensive back coach for Georgia Tech last year. And people are like, well, do you think it's going to be weird for you? Blah, 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 blah. Like, not even being a DC at any time. And he was like, no, because who's to say that I would have been a good DC? But I know I'll be a good head coach. Hi, Megan. Sorry I tagged you on the it's wrote under your YouTube page. Didn't mean to. But I don't know, like just these but Coach Fran Brown, you could see the piousness. You could feel the piousness in him. It was a little different, but yes, Megan. Oh, thank you. And thank you for spelling my name correctly, Megan. Adrian, if you're watching, that's how you do it. That's my girl at work, by the way. But it was just amazing. So I've got to finish putting the uploads up on YouTube. I'm sorry, my husband got a little sick-a-doo, so I had to take a little time out and take care of him. But yeah, it was a great time. Yes, ma'am?
Candy, we did miss a very important holiday last week.
No,
Did you know that?
Yes, Candy wrote a very sweet tribute.
So we probably should do what? Should we sing to her? What should we do for Miss Jen? For all of our friends and family out here, Miss Jen turned a year younger last week, so
21 and hold on.
That's right.
Yeah.
We want to make sure that we wish Miss Jen a very happy birthday. Maybe we should not sing to salvage our friends' years. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I feel badly to do that to people. So
Thank you, Scott.
but yes,
And
we want to let Miss Jen let the world know that Miss Jen is a year younger. She's now barely legal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
True that.
Our friend Jacob was about to come up and be my designated driver last Thursday night. He was really worried about me getting hammered. I'm just kidding. I shared a margarita 3 ways with my mom and Mrs. Hyatt, who was like growing up a second mom to me. And then so the 3 of us shared one margarita, and it was just a regular sized margarita at a Mexican restaurant. And then Alton and I shared this thing called a mango slide. Y'all, that's like diabetes in a glass. So I'm glad we shared it. So good. Yeah, you like what Orlando's saying. I like one of y'all find Stevie Wonder's version.
Oh, that's funny.
There you go. There's my Stevie Wonder.
So, just so y'all know, I'm going to be on Sports Talk tonight at about 8:30 Eastern Time. So I'll be sharing that to our YouTube page as well as on my Facebook page. But so I'll be going over more of the like interviews and things as well with Chris Adele and Adam. And so I'm really excited. I did a quick little interview with Adam last week, also, or 2 weeks ago. Also, if you guys get a chance, I need to edit it more, but Terry Spain and I went live. I want Terry on our show. Terry is remarkable. If you guys don't know who Terry Spain is, he has done everything from training. He was in the military. He was in the Navy. And he was in media and communications there, I believe. I may have that wrong. But then he was allowed to do other things. So he's been in sports media and around it forever. And y'all, his training, he's actually trained everybody from ground level up to the White House and Camp David. Like, literally. Like, and won multiple NCAACP awards. Like, just, it was great. But I'm going to quit babbling now because we have a little Olympic coverage to go over. And I'm just going to say this one thing. Loved what Simone and Jordan did for Rebecca last night when Rebecca won Brazil's first gold medal in gymnastics. That was sweet, cute. Loved that.
Absolutely. Which kind of ties in to what, while I have enjoyed all of the different events that I've been able to catch, watching these athletes that have overcome, we know some of the backstories. We've seen them. We've been a part, not been a part of them necessarily, but kind of followed that journey with like Simone and some of the other major ones. We're watching these people that are putting their lives, have put their lives on hold and are pursuing a dream, and watching their dreams come to fruition has been no.
Does everybody know what Orlando's referring to?
Yes, they talked about it on the radio yesterday.
It was qualified by well, never mind.
Certain appendages were saved by a hair. I didn't say which hair. We do want to get monetized.
So at Olympics, back to the Olympics, I have enjoyed most that the celebration that like Simone and company did last night, and celebrating the person on the gold, like Kate Ledecky pulling her teammate up on the gold platform, and they stood there together. The celebration of these people, and we're not just celebrating. I watched Simone celebrate. Was it
Rebecca Andrade?
Yes, that was so exciting to watch Simone celebrate that individual. Her performance, and it's bringing the world into a better community. I feel like we have seen a lot of isolation of countries, and I've kind of felt like the walls of these isolations have melted a little bit, have been torn down a little bit. And we're watching it on a world stage where we're not one country against one, in these isolated sections, that we have a one community of a world showing up. And to me, it's a beautiful thing to watch. We saw that the refugees have a team and they won their first gold. Was it women?
Yes. It was their first gold and their first medal.
Yes, it was our first. So all of these things that are coming together, and you're like, that is so cool. I also have to say the Turkish shooter is probably every Gen X hero walking up there and be like, second, thanks.
And who said violent video games are bad? Thank you.
Just the whole thing, it was so funny. I do see that while people were very concerned that we had the most medals collected over the three, that we were not the first in gold collection. That has since been put to rest, and we are now 24 gold, 31 silver, 31 bronze, which is 86 total. China comes in second with 22, 21, and 16. So that's pretty exciting. There was something. Oh, the other neat thing is the Olympic participants are split 50-50 between men and women. How impressive is that?
So you want to hear something cool? Sorry to go back to the ACC. Anybody want to hazard a guess how many hi Tony and the ACC, how many athletes the ACC has in the Olympics right now?
How many?
Candy?
I don't know. How many?
300. 300. And it's crazy to me. Okay, sorry for interrupting.
No, that's all I've had to say. Is I just have enjoyed the fact that there is so much celebrating going on, and not because it was the USA athletes celebrating the USA athletes. It's such a broader spectrum of watching pure joy in other people's success has been probably my favorite thing, top to bottom.
I think the level of respect for the athletes in total, respecting let's face it, Simone is the GOAT that everybody's talked about. She's the top of her game. She's won how many gold medals, and here somebody beats her, and yet look at the sportsmanship, I guess, of her bowing to and saying, you know what, gold wasn't for me this day, and that's okay. I think she's,
well, and she was injured in warm-ups too.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, I love her shade on IG. Like, she's funny. Somebody asked her what she was going to be doing with her medals, and she goes, babysitting them.
Another thing that Simone said that made me really impressed is everybody's really quick to stick a microphone in our face and ask now what's next. And she's like, please let us celebrate what's now, not what's next. Let us celebrate what's now.
Right.
Yeah, and that's what I think somebody was joking around on IG when they posted that from that interview. And they were like, so Simone, what's next? And she was like, what are you doing next with your medals? And she was like, babysit them. I like it. I mean, she's throwing down some shade right now. Like, I'm not going to go into it, but I ain't hating on Simone. I will say
a visual post that Simone cleared 12 feet in a jump. 12.2. Shaquille was 7.1. 7.1 in height. So then my question was, well, can Shaquille O'Neal now clear Simone? Because she can clear him. Can he clear her? And we've come up with the answer of no. But
he could probably step on her. Willie, what's up, my friend? I don't know if any of you guys are an X or not, but follow Willie. Check him out on Facebook too. He is truly one of the most positive people I've ever encountered. Ton of knowledge. Like, just a really good dude. Like, and he just came back from Dubai. So he has some really pretty pictures.
Nice.
So, Candy, what has been your favorite part of the Olympics so far?
My favorite part, it's a combination of a lot of different things. It was Celine Dion doing the opening ceremony and like the struggles that she's been through in her life. And then to see like Simone doing as well as she is, because she took a lot of flack for leaving the last one, leaving because of mental health and addressing those issues. I think it's just everybody overcoming and hearing I really truly like to hear the little stories, like the story of the gymnast that walked 2 hours a day to train.
Rebecca Andrade. That's who that was.
Exactly.
2 hours, no, one way 2 hours. 4 hours a day to go practice.
Exactly. And just to hear some of these stories that we don't always hear, I think that truly is what I like about the Olympics, like hearing all the countries that have never won before, or the people that are maybe, and I shouldn't say this, like the outcasts or the people that you wouldn't think of, that are helping everybody, and just those success stories, I think, is what I really enjoyed most.
So I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, please don't. We would hope you wouldn't.
I've been loving the Snoop Dogg coverage. And if anybody can hang on Snoop Dogg, I'm sorry. First of all, the dude's too high to be anything but chill. So, and oh my gosh, he cracks me up. But what's also really impressed me a whole lot, Flavor Flav, was I guess he's following some of the women, U.S. women, water polo players. And so, I guess he and one of the ladies started having a conversation on Twitter or X. I'm not sure how, probably Twitter at the time. And so he's like, I'll sponsor you. He's like, heck, I'm going to sponsor the entire team. So Flavor Flav went out. He got every single person, because they're working 2-3 jobs to against me, because sports aren't cheap. To play sports, they're not cheap. To play at that level, it is definitely not cheap. My swimming was crazy expensive. I'm not going to lie. And I was no Katie Ledecky or Michael Phelps, So I wish I was. But they, Flavor Flav has gone out. He has gotten the women's U.S. water polo team corporate sponsors for every single member, including coaches. He has gotten them backing. He himself is flying out there. He's at every match. He was at every match running up to the Olympics and Olympic trials. He's there right now. He's out there just doing it. And he is really pumping them up. And I love it. I need you to reach out to Flavor Flav for me and get him to sponsor us too, please, and thank you.
Okay. I love that the naughty boys of the 90s
are America's sweethearts now.
Are now the grandpas of the 2024 Olympics, and that's pretty dang cool in my opinion.
How do you go from a murder charge to being a spokesman for the U.S. Olympics? Only in America, people.
I have so many things that
don't say them. I know your mind. Hush your face, or I will mute you. But I'm loving it, and I'm loving that we're seeing the best of the best. We're seeing Kevin Durant today, and anybody who's watched me on the Tip Off or on NBA Carousel knows I'm not a huge KD fan. But do y'all know the record he broke today? Most scoring in any Olympics basketball. Yeah, he broke that today.
Well, how about, and I don't mean to break anybody's, this is a preview. I mean, but Cole Hocker and Jared New Guinea just wrote their names in American history. The 2 American medals in the Olympic men's 1500 meter for the first time in 112 years.
Running.
Like these kind of stories, that when we haven't done something in how long. So just these feel good stories. It's all good.
And
I
then,
love
like,
it.
Noah Lyles, like, I truly didn't know much about Noah Lyles, but I was, like, doing a little reading yesterday. I mean, this man has had to, I'll tell you something funny. He's had to overcome asthma. He still has asthma, but he's just won 2 golds. 2 running.
That race was sick.
Everybody was so, I looked at him while we were watching. I was like, Noah won. He was like, no. I was like, it's the camera angle. I promise you, Noah won. And they came back and he was like, all right. Alton doesn't like it when I'm right on sports and he's not. It's between us and all of our viewers. But it's just so, so Noah put on Instagram, I'm a great boyfriend. I won my first gold medal at 2 a.m. My girlfriend tells me that she left her cleats and she runs for Jamaica. So he went back to go get her cleats at 2 o'clock in the morning. That is a good boyfriend.
Very good boyfriend.
Thank you. Oh, hey, Willie, I know a guy you would want on that podcast. I'll hit you up.
Oh, that's sweet.
Oh, hush your face, Gary. Your face speaks volumes. So, Candy, I need to mute Carrie on this one. Have you not loved seeing, like, Carrie, you have to admit, of his era, Tom Brady was the GOAT of the postseason. Can you admit that? Sounds good, Willie. I look forward to it. Okay, can you admit that, or do I need to mute you? Okay. She's chugging water. All right, she's muted. Okay, so her face will speak volumes. I love Tom's expression while he was like watching Simone Biles and Rebecca and Jordan Childs. And by the way, Jordan Childs' father cracked me up. I think it was like Thursday night. They were doing something and he was like, stick it like butter. I was like, I love it. I put that on Facebook. I loved it.
It was awesome. I mean, I love when other athletes from different sports come and support, because you've seen the Kelsey brothers, they were over there. You've seen shots of a lot of different people. And obviously like MLB players, they're right now in their season. So they're not
the Packers guy that was there for his wife. Come on. I thought that was super cute.
He's no longer a Packers. He's on the Bears. Jonathan Owens for Simone.
Yeah.
Oh, really? He's
on the Bears now. Yep, that's okay. But I mean, just those kind of things, like to see that, because obviously the Bears let him go to Paris they gave him an excuse because it is the start of the season and they have been having meetings. They allowed him, Jonathan Owens, to go and support Simone. So yeah, I think that's cool. Whether he was a Packer or, I mean, I think it's cool no matter what team, as long as they allowed them to do that. That's cool.
I think that's fantastic for the organization. And apparently I slept on that. Sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. It happened in the off season.
Cracking up because one of the NBC announcers is a Vikings fan. And they were like, oh no, Jonathan, you can stay in Paris as long as you would like, Mrs. Much.
Exactly.
Jonathan has some pretty eyes. I don't know if you girls have noticed that, but he has some killer eyes.
He does.
Okay, I'm not going to go with that. And Walter, you're going to get Carrie all riled up. Look, her face is starting to get flushed. She's acting like she's at a New Kids concert, but not happy.
So you're right. I don't have to like him. He was a very impressive player in his era. I think that his era is he outlived his era, or he outplayed his era. And I think that's what we saw the last year with Tampa Bay. That's my opinion. he can like himself as much as he wants, so he's covering me. He was an impressive player, but I mean, if you have to deflate balls to win,
Do you know what though?
what?
Deflategate pissed me off because they just went that hard. Because I kind of understood why they were doing it. Like the balls were concrete. So they weren't trying to deflate them, I don't think. I think they were just trying to defrost them. But like
Okay.
I'm defending cheaters. But they went so hard for them because they didn't go hard for them with the cheating scandals. Like, if you're going to cheat, don't get caught. Just saying. Or don't cheat. There's that.
Kind of like if you're speeding on the interstate, just don't get caught.
Yeah, do it like I do.
But stay out of my lane.
I mean, just drive safe. No drinking and driving, kids. But I think the Olympics have been so much fun this time around. Like, I wasn't that
Just feels lighter for some reason.
except for like 2 events. But like seeing how energetic the crowd is, getting Flava Flav and Snoop Dogg involved, like that's class because they're both larger than life personalities.
Did you see there was a whale that breached during the, I want to say the surfing event, but a whale breached completely out of the sea.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Gorgeous. It's awesome. Someone got a picture of that. Anyway, just adds to the mystique and the fun and the lightheartedness that seems to come from this one, where in the past we've had some very straight-laced, very rigid feelings coming from the Olympics. This time it doesn't come across that way. Maybe it's me. I don't know.
And I think it's also
feels different this time.
The last 2 Olympics were also during the pandemic. So you didn't have people watching. So it's so cool, but you don't have anybody there cheering you on. And I love the redemption tour because like Jordan Childs was having a hard time. Simone brought her into the gym. Suni Lee, 6 months ago, for about a year. I mean, just her dedication, determination, willpower.
And not to cut you short, Miss Jen.
I
don't know if you noticed the time. Well, notice the time. And I've had 2 phone calls that I probably need to get returned. But
okay.
I wanted you to notice that we don't want to take up our audience's time as well, because they're used to us being.
Yeah. And
Carrie, what you guys, peoples?
And you're about to stop me from crying, so thank you. And Carrie, I need you to retouch your Facebook.
Of course. Okay.
Everybody jump over to South Tribune to see our girl Candy Kane and that hubby of her, Motormouth, Scott Morganroth. I did that backwards, sorry.
That's okay. If you love football, it's Inside the Pigskin coming up shortly.
Woohoo! Is Mel going to be on tonight?
As far as I know, yes. Yes.
Family said hi. I like him. And I will actually be on Sports Talk with Adam and Chris tonight. So, I also did a radio bit a couple of weeks ago too. Tell you girls about that later.
Awesome.
Anybody have any ideas? Hit us up. And thank you guys for hanging out with us.
Thank you for chatting with us. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.